There we see a wreck, and there we see something, and there. And then this thing popping up on the screen.
My next guest is a world-famous treasure hunter. You heard that right. His name is Dennis Asperg, and this Swedish sensation is a real-life superhero out of a different era.
I'm a curious guy. I've always been interested in finding things that nobody else have found.
But on June 19th, 2011, his life's mission would change forever. From unearthing human treasure to unraveling the nature of reality itself. That's when he came upon what you might call an underwater UFO, or what's now known as a USO, an unidentified submersible object in the very remote Baltic Sea.
It's something that makes our instrument go wild sometimes.
It's on the ocean floor right now. So me, my crew, and Amar Kandil from Yes Theory went to go see it. Sitting 90 meters below the surface, 60 meters wide, this is one of the weirdest objects ever detected by humans in the ocean, period.
Yeah, it's round, and then we have these corridors, you have angles, 90 degrees angles.
When you say corridors, like...
Yeah, you have a corridor and you have walls, flat walls.
Wow. Dennis has now confirmed that it is not attached to the seabed floor. So it's not a natural geological formation.
I have never seen anything like that before, not have my colleagues either.
Electromagnetic anomalies are rampant around it. It breaks down GPS, subsea rovers, drones.
And then when we have used the ROV, the ROV stops working.
Really?
Yep.
You lost GPS?
You're very close to
the object?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We have video of smoke coming out of the water above the object as if it's fuming or emitting gas.
And then you see like it's from this hole, this milk is going and out.
Like it was
something is moving. Yes, breathing.
Breathing.
Yeah.
Almost like a biological organism or something. But it doesn't stop there. It was literally struck by lightning, an occurrence often considered a high watermark for its unlikeliness. We also have video of NATO ships encircling this object and tracking Dennis's OceanX crew in the middle of the Baltic Sea.
We had a meeting at the headquarters in Stockholm. I said to one of the people there, have you been there? Have you dived on it? And he just looked at me. No. We have not been there. But I'm filming you. I have filmed you. So I know you have been there. Nothing. He don't say anything.
Whoa. You'll get to see the full extent of what we found at the end of this video. Whether this is an ancient sacred temple, a crashed unidentified flying object, or an unidentified submersible object, whatever this thing is, it's definitively weird. And like the object under the mesa at Skinwalker Ranch, it seems to have a life of its own.
Just a few days ago, Dennis Asperg sat down with Jesse Michaels and dropped some crazy information. After 15 years of being dismissed, ridiculed, and threatened, Stockholm University finally gave him what he needed: a research vessel, professional equipment, and scientists willing to look at the Baltic Sea anomaly without bias. Back in 2011, when that circular object first appeared on his sonar screen, Dennis thought he found a crashed UFO. His crew laughed it off at first, but the more they examined the data, the more they realized this was not a shipwreck, not a rock, and not something they had ever encountered in decades of deep sea recovery. He showed the images to marine experts across 3 continents, and no one had an explanation. What followed nearly destroyed his life. Death threats arrived, his family was targeted, universities refused involvement because associating with a UFO claim meant career suicide. For 15 years, Dennis kept diving, kept documenting, kept fighting for one thing. He was looking for scientific confirmation that this object is not natural, and now he has it.
Quality of the...
Yeah,
It's like straight.
Wow.
It's like a wall.
Yeah.
That's the picture you take.
Yeah.
You took when you dived
Yes,
for the first
yes,
time with
yes.
your ROV.
So this is higher resolution.
Yeah.
Because the range is smaller, so you got.
And it shows it's even straighter than before.
Yeah.
How long is that super straight part?
I mean,
I would say that height must be at least 30 meters.
30 meters.
At least.
60 meters, the whole thing.
So what are the chances of that? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
My dream is that one day we can have one of these objects in a museum, so a kid can
Exactly.
can look at it and be inspired and understand the potential of possibility that exists in the universe. For me, that was the pyramid when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I grew up half an hour away from it, so I
Wow.
know the impact of having seen something that almost doesn't feel like it belongs to this reality. And like ever since, I think I said that on camera during the Grush.
Yeah.
The Grush documentary. Just like that's why I'm in it for it.
Cool.
Because I hope that our work and every interview that we do can push people to.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why it's so important for us in this, what we are doing. It's that we work together.
Yeah.
That we really,
Yeah.
instead of, no, he's doing that. You know what I mean? Lots of people in
I think-
different groups, and I don't want to speak to them.
I think the phenomena doesn't open itself up to you unless you have that orientation of like loving and humanity.
Well, that's
It'll reject you. That's really incredible that it's definitely separated from so it is an it's not a geological formation.
No, it looks, the data say that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Sub-bottom profiling.
Sub-bottom profiling.
Yeah.
And do you know how that tech works?
Yeah, it's like a radar. You go down to the ground and you see all the layers
Wow.
in the sediment.
So we know it's attached to the seabed, but it's not.
It's not a part of a mountain or something.
It's not a geological formation. Not part of the earth.
The data say.
The Stockholm University team used multi-beam sonar alongside sub-bottom profiling technology. The Baltic Sea anomaly data shows the object sitting on top of the seabed, separated from the geologic layers below it. And this is not a natural foundation. It's not bedrock. According to the survey results, it appears to have been placed there. Dennis stated that all the data will be made publicly available regardless of what they find. But the separation from the floor bed is just one piece of the new information. During the June expedition, the electromagnetic anomalies that Dennis has reported for over a decade.
How big are the objects showing up on the radar?
No, you cannot see how big it is on the radar.
Okay.
But you see something.
Some
is there.
object.
Yeah. And then when we have used the ROV, the ROV stops working.
Really?
Yep. And when we have dive on it, the camera stops working, the light stops working.
So there must be some sort of electromagnetic.
Probably. And the GPS function is not working properly either.
Really? So
Yeah.
there's maybe magnetic anomalies as well where.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Captain Thomas, who operates the Stockholm University research vessel, had no prior equipment failures. Dennis warned him about the pattern, and as reported in the American Alchemy interview, the moment they positioned above the object, the GPS failed. The exact same failure Dennis has documented across multiple expeditions with different equipment and different teams. And here is what Dennis mentioned on his own podcast, the Dennis World Podcast.
It's not only the GPS, we have problem with the cameras, the lights, and even the radar. We have we have the radar, clear weather, nice, everything, perfect. And we see on the radar dots coming up, like ships.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there, there is no ships here.
Yeah.
But on the radar. And then they're gone and pop
They're
up
gone.
another way, places.
We have the exact same thing with when we're conducting our Skywatcher operations.
For those just hearing about this, the Baltic Sea anomaly was discovered back in June of 2011 by the OceanX team, a Swedish deep sea recovery group led by Dennis Asperg. And they were searching for a shipwreck when the side scan sonar detected something that should not exist 90 meters below the surface.
It was a nighttime, I think it's 1 or 2 at night. Me and Peter and our friend Floris, we are sitting in front of the screen. And we have the side scan sonar in the waters, and there we see a wreck, and there we see something, and there. And then this thing popping up on the screen. This huge thing. I mean, we're talking about 60 meter in diameter, and it's round, and you have this track at the bottom. So I remember Peter laughing and, oh, Dennis, you know, it's UFO. And I was, what? Then we began really to look at it, and it was so odd, and nobody else have seen anything like that before.
The object is 60 meters in diameter, covering 3,000 square meters of ocean floor, and it sits in international waters between Sweden and Finland. Dennis showed the sonar images to marine professionals across the United States, Australia, and Europe. No one recognized it. According to Dennis, veteran diver Stefan Hogerborn, who has conducted thousands of dives, called this the most important dive of his career when he reached it back in 2012. And what makes it anomalous is the structure. The object has flat walls, it has corridors, it has 90-degree angles, and when Stefan brushed away the sediment, he found a dark gray, almost black surface too hard to extract samples from it. He also reported something that should not have happened at that depth. Water temperature readings showed nearly 0 degrees Celsius. Normal temperatures at 90 meters in the Baltic Sea is between 4 and 5 degrees. Then there is the hole. Approximately 20 centimeters in diameter with a frame around it, divers observe sediment moving in and out of this opening in a rhythmic pattern, as if the object is breathing. Tests on loose material near the object revealed organic burned material, confirmed by laboratories in Israel. This is significant because the Baltic Sea at that location is essentially dead. There should be no biological activity. There's more, so don't go anywhere, because what happens next reveals why this has been suppressed for over a decade. During early organic burned material, confirmed by laboratories in Israel. This is significant because the Baltic Sea at that location is essentially dead. There should be no biological activity. There's more, so don't go anywhere, because what happens next reveals why this has been suppressed for over a decade. During early exploration, Dennis documented something that raises serious questions about what the governments already know. He filmed 6 to 7 NATO vessels, French, German, British, and American ships encircling the site. A Swedish naval ship approached directly and stopped in their dive pattern, despite having no operational reason to be in Finnish economic waters.
The ship we're using owned by the government, the Swedish government.
Ah, so they get the data no matter what.
I don't know, probably.
Interesting. Maybe somebody on board is working on their behalf.
I hope not. Anyways.
Yeah.
Well, when it's come to the Baltic Sea Anomaly, we had a meeting at the military headquarters in Stockholm, and I said, you should know, I mean, you have been out there and lurking around and laying there and watching us. What do you know about the whole, have you been there? Have you dived on it? And he just looked at me, no. We have not been there. But I'm filming you. I have filmed you, so I know you have been there.
The only expedition without military surveillance was the June 2025 survey aboard a Swedish government-owned vessel. Why would NATO countries monitor a rock formation if it's just a rock? The response suggests they know more than what they're willing to admit.
Still, I'm alive, I'm healthy, and I'm okay. But you never know. Someday you just get sick and you don't have the energy to continue. But still,
You're great now, man.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
Continue to find the answer without the military or the governments.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's important for me.
Yeah. No, for humanity, for the
For
world.
the future, for my kids, grandkids, and so on.
The mentality has changed in the last 15 years on the topic, and Dennis noticed.
It's have been a journey since 2011 to convince scientists, people, to help me. And it has been difficult, believe me, because the scientists, now everything have changed now, believe me. Lots of people are interested. But before, it was like, oh, that is very interesting. But, you know, my reputation, if I go into this, Dennis, understand me, if I go into this, I can lose my job. everything have changed now. Scientists are interested in this.
What do you think the object is? Does this new sub-bottom profiling data showing separation from the seafloor change your perspective?